What are you willing to give up to be the best you can be?
We're going to fight! We're going to lay down!
In the end, my life's focused around football.
Fast forward 21 years.
Bucs win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady, you are the GOAT.
I think we knew this was going to happen tonight, didn't we?
You would think 7 Super Bowls would be enough to secure Tom Brady's place as the greatest to ever do it, but the 43-year-old is far from satisfied. Welcome to NFL Live, alongside Marcus Spears and also Rob Ninkovich. I am Field Yates, and it is indeed the summer of Tom Brady. As Tom Brady is a busy man over these next couple of months, that's going to include a golf match with Phil Mickelson as his partner against Aaron Rodgers and Bryson DeChambeau. That's going to be fun. That'll be in early July. He also recently appeared on The Late Late Show with James Corden, where he revealed how much or little he thinks about being the NFL's GOAT. Have a listen. First of all, James is absolutely correct. It is steak out of those 3 choices, but I digress. Swagoo, are you buying what Tom Brady is selling, that he doesn't think about being the greatest of all time?
Hell no, babyface. I ain't buying that.
Of course.
Tom Brady has literally lived his entire career with a chip on his shoulder. He finds ways to motivate himself. He just told the organization they stupid as hell for not wanting him and keeping their current quarterback, even though we don't know who that is. If that doesn't seem like a guy that thinks about him being the greatest of all time, I don't know what it's supposed to look like. And listen, I'm not saying this as an indictment on Tom Brady. He's supposed to think that way. But obviously, when you're in front of cameras, it's not so inviting to tell everybody, yeah, I think about being the GOAT, because I am the GOAT. He's the greatest player of all time in the NFL, based on accomplishments individually and also team accomplishments. Tom Brady thinks about it. Now, y'all gonna let Nick tell y'all how humble he is and how such of a great guy he is, and I don't doubt those things in his personal life. But when it comes to football, Tom Brady know damn well he think about being the GOAT.
Listen, Mark. Come on now, Marcus. Listen. Tom Brady is the constant, and he's always a professional. And I would say this, maybe the joke is on us because we all know that he's a vegan and he doesn't even eat steak. He doesn't eat steak or chicken. He might eat a fish every now and then, but I wouldn't say that he even eats that much. He's having his vegetables, and he's laughing at everybody else eating all that red meat and stuff like that. So listen, I just think that Tom is very humble in a setting like that. In an interview, he's always going to say, no, I don't think about it. He knows in the back of his head as a competitor, because he's the ultimate competitor, when he's on that football field, of course he's confident. He's cocky. He's going to say something. If a defender comes in his face, he's going to talk back to him, just like we've seen Peyton Manning do, all the great quarterbacks do. But in an interview, I don't think that he's that type of guy to go out beyond thinking like he's just a great football player. He understands that. He's not going to say he's the greatest of all time, but we all know he's the greatest of all time. Come on, Marcus, let's go, baby.
Yeah, let's be clear, Robbie. He can be humble and modest and all that, but Tom Brady, you're the GOAT. We have established that, honestly, like 15 years ago, but we keep talking about it because you won't retire. You're 43 and going as strong as ever.
At first,
what do you got, Swagoo?
What GOAT you know in any sport, any level, don't think about being the GOAT? I know Jordan thought about being the GOAT. I know Muhammad Ali thought about being the GOAT. I know Mayweather thinks about being the GOAT, and LeBron James. And, so Tom Brady is the anomaly in thinking about it. Y'all go ahead with all that. I'm going to miss me.
Well, hey, this much is for sure. We all agree he is the GOAT. And Tom Brady, I know if you're watching right now, you probably agree with us. You're just too modest to admit it yourself. But let's go from the Bucs quarterback to the teams trying to catch up to the Bucs as a team. So since 2000, there have been 21 Super Bowl winners. Correct. 7 of them failed to make the playoffs the year prior to their championship. And more than half, 11 to be exact, did not win a playoff game before winning it all the next year, like Tampa Bay. Meanwhile, only one team has won it all after losing the Super Bowl in the prior year. That was the 2018 Patriots. And only one team has followed the title with a second consecutive Lombardi Trophy. You guessed it, the Patriots back in 2003 and 2004. Let's talk sleepers, Swagoo. If you can give me 5 teams that are sleepers, and we're defining a sleeper as a team that didn't win a playoff game last year, who would it be?
Well, first, Phil, I got to give you my 5. Arizona, Minnesota, Tennessee Titans, the Colts, and the Patriots. I believe all of these teams I just listed have a legitimate shot. Now, obviously, they need things to go their way. but nobody's talking about Arizona. And if you look at what Arizona did this offseason and what they acquired, if they can get the same type of production from Kyler Murray that he had earlier in the season, that's a team to be reckoned with. Also getting J.J. Watt. We know Chandler Jones is coming back off of an injury, who's one of the elite, prolific pass rushers. Vance Joseph, that defensive coordinator, they signed A.J. Green in the offseason, and we all know D-Hop is still there. Fitty is still there. When you look at Minnesota, this one is really intriguing to me because we've been talking about the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers situation. We talked about the Chicago Bears and the quarterback situation and whether Justin Fields will start or not. But if you look at Minnesota and you think about how quiet it has been, if you think about Danielle Hunter coming back off of an injury, if you think about re-signing Sheldon Rankins, if you think about improving this defense that Zimmer wanted to, and he made it plain and simple in the offseason. And offensively, we know who they have. Jefferson, Thielen, obviously Dalvin Cook in the backfield. Cousins going to do all right. And then when you look at Tennessee, look, getting Julio was a big deal, y'all. It was huge. But I'm going to the other side of the ball because that's where my affinity is. Bud Dupree. You also signed Janoris Jenkins. You also brought in Danico Autry, who can rush the passer as well. So when you look at this squad, don't forget about how good they've been with that man in the backfield, Derrick Henry. All right, let's go to my coach. This is the one for me. I will have my eyes squarely planted on the quarterback. We all know that Carson Wentz was brought in by Frank Reich to ascend this team and take them to another level, and that is what I hope to see from Carson Wentz. Because if they digress, if they go backwards, it will be squarely on Carson Wentz and Frank Reich. Already a good football team. And now, I know Rob is going to be happy with this one, the New England Patriots. And I don't know why the hell people not talking about them in their division. And I get it that the quarterback position is under question, but I will never in my career, as long as I'm on TV and while I was playing, doubt what Bill Belichick does and understands about the game. The ads that he made are championship caliber based on the type of coaching and atmosphere that they'll be in. Will it be Cam or will it be Mac Jones? All they need is a point guard and a facilitator. They don't need a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
And this much we can count on, Swagoo. The Patriots are going to be plain angry this year after winning just 7 games last season. But, Nink, as you look at the 5 teams on Swagoo's list, anything stand out to you?
The Minnesota Vikings, that's what stands out to me. I have no issues with any of the other teams. The Minnesota Vikings better be praying that Aaron Rodgers does not get back on the roster for the Green Bay Packers, because if he does, there's no chance for the Vikings to win the division. So I get it. Kirk Cousins, you like that. You like that. I don't like that the Vikings are on that list. I have no issues with any of the other teams. I agree with the Patriots. I agree that the Colts have a chance. I agree that Tennessee has a shot. I don't think that the Vikings have a shot. And I'll give it to you, Arizona, with the moves that they have made, with the young quarterback, the defense. I hope they get Jones as a pass rusher this year. I know he's holding out as well. But the Vikings is the one team where I'm like, hold up. Because I forgot that they were still in the division. I forgot they were in the league. I thought where were they at, the Vikings? I forgot about them, honestly.
Well, they were unrecognizable last year.
Vikings fans.
With the way that they play defense. You can also imagine Mike Zimmer's going to get that unit way back up to speed. We got some news here on NFL Live today, and this is some fun news from Adam Schefter, who tweeted a little while ago that the NFL approved alternate helmets today for teams wearing throwback uniforms starting in 2022. That according to league sources. This opens the door to the defending world champion Bucs wearing the old white helmets with the orange swashbuckling Buccaneer as early as 2022. I'm all in. Lots to come on NFL Live today as Saints GM Mickey Loomis says New Orleans still has high expectations for 2021, but can Jameis Winston fill